obviously you've preempted what was going to be my next question, and that is whether America joins the fray, so to speak. Now, obviously, there's been a lot of focus on its ability with its B-2 stealth bombers and the mother of all bombs to actually penetrate deeper into the ground and make sure Iran's nuclear facilities are destroyed. But also just the fact that America's involved would surely lead to perhaps a quicker surrender or even overthrow of the regime in Tehran. What are you expecting to happen there?
Well, that's right. It would lead to something quicker. And the main reason that we still really need the Americans is because the main nuclear installations in Fordo are 90 meters underground. And the only way you can destroy those capabilities is through the bunker bombers that the Americans have, which Israel doesn't have. And so, yes, Israel can do damage to Fordo, but we would be able to really decapacitate them if we had those bunker bombers. And I think that's the question. And let's remember, we're talking about a regime that has killed over 600 Americans. We are killing the people in the IRGC who are directly responsible for the killing of American servicemen and women, as well as many other servicemen and women from around the world. And so this is what we're waiting for. But we pray that they will join in a more active way. And also the truth is, we pray for the Iranian people who have been under the yoke of a repressive Islamist regime for 46 years, a regime that kills their women, imprisons anybody who says anything against them. There's thousands and thousands of prisoners right now, people, innocent people who spoke out. They've killed so many different activists, especially women. And so these are really very bad people who have been terrible to their own people. We would be, I think, doing a huge service to the entire world, but especially to the Iranian people, 80% of which really want to get rid of this very toxic regime they've been living under.
Well, this is a key point. As you say, with military capabilities knocked out and still being knocked out, if Iran turns to terrorism, where it's been the past master of exporting terrorism around the world, especially against Israel, it just shows that the regime is the problem. Sure, you want to get rid of the nuclear threat and the missile threat, but as long as this regime exports terrorism, it remains a problem. Now, the exiled Crown Prince of Iran has called on Iranians to rise up. He says he has a 100-day plan to install democracy there and to effectively transfer to a transition to a democratic situation. How much work has Israel done on either trying to instigate that or support that?
Look, ultimately, our aim is very clear. We need to get rid of the nuclear threat, which is an existential threat to our country. We would love for the Iranian people. We're laying the groundwork for the Iranian people to overthrow this horrible regime. We've killed so much of the leadership. Khamenei is feeling very isolated right now. He's appointed a bunch of replacement that he's not happy with. And so this is the moment when we are not there for any type of adventurism. We are there to eliminate the threat against us, and we will lay the ground and help the Iranian people, but it's ultimately them who have to decide what government they want and what leaders they want. It's not up to us. We can only lay the groundwork for them to be able to do that.
Fleur, Hassan-Nahoum, thanks so much for joining us. I appreciate it.
Thank you.